How's it going, everyone? AZ Player 21 back again with another pay-per-view here in our UFC save in WMMA 5, and it is a big one. UFC 281 Jones versus NGANNOU 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the heavyweight championship is on the line. Jon Jones, seemingly undefeated in the save, that is for sure. Look at that record, 31-1-1. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Calm Ferret, how's it going, man? Hope you're having a good one. Get ready for this pay-per-view. Jon Jones, perfect throughout this save. Beat Blachowicz. Beat NGANNOU to win the heavyweight championship. Beat Reyes, defending the light heavyweight championship. Defended the heavyweight championship against Blades, and then defended the light heavyweight championship against Shogun Rua. So he's defending it against NGANNOU. Also, two more titles being defended on the card. Caitlin Chukagian battling Montana De La Rosa for the flyweight title, and Corey Sandhagen faces off against Petr Yan. Also on the card, pretty much a title eliminator. Curtis Blades taking on Anthony Johnson, and for sure a title eliminator between Carla Esparza and Claudia Gadelha. That is the prelims. Hope you guys are as excited as I am. Let's go ahead and get into this one. UFC 281 Jones versus NGANNOU, although I do have one little bit of news. Before we get into this, Warlley Alves is injured. He has something wrong with his neck. He's injured for a year. So we were able to get a last-minute replacement for Wonderboy Thompson. So in steps Alex Morono. Alex, the great white Morono. He certainly isn't ranked. He's not really up to the skill level of Wonderboy Thompson. But I want to keep Wonderboy active. Now, Alex... not very popular, but he does have a win streak going. He has a 4-fight win streak. So I looked over like the available fighters that we had and thought about, you know, who was the most deserving to fight Wonderboy. And I mean, honestly, I wouldn't really say that he's deserving to fight Wonderboy, but out of who was available, he was the most deserving. Wins over Nicholas Dalby, Alaskiab Kisriev, Maxime Shvets, and then beating Ed Ruth, all via unanimous decision. So he'll get his shot at the main event and at Wonderboy. If Wonderboy beats Morono, he will be fighting for the welterweight title in his next fight. Upcoming, we got UFC Fight Night Smith versus Santos, Thompson versus Morono, and then two pay-per-views are coming up. Keep this in mind, folks. Two pay-per-views in consecutive days. On Saturday, week 4 of August 2022, Max Holloway is back. And he fights Yair Rodriguez, the interim featherweight champion. We are unifying that title. And another fight, that's going to be a big one. Vicente Luque defending the welterweight crown against Jorge Masvidal, who has been on a tear. Hopefully this fight will be more competitive than the last one in game. Yeah, I mean, I think NGANNOU got submitted, right? By Jones in the last fight. Yeah, submitted in round 5. So it went for a while, but ultimately Jones ended up submitting him. But yeah, so that's Holloway versus Rodriguez. That's in Hawaii. And then the very next day, we're back in Nevada. UFC 283 Super Lightweight Grand Prix. An 8-fight pay-per-view featuring the entire first round of the Super Lightweight Grand Prix. Edwards versus Yaquinta. Actually, that's a lie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 out of the 8 fights from the first round of the Super Lightweight Grand Prix. Leon Edwards versus Yaquinta. Covington versus Carnero. Moicano. Cowboy Cerrone versus Ponzinibbio. Mike Perry versus Gamrot. Joseph Duffy versus Kamaru Usman. Jakashi versus Ben Askren. And Kevin Lee versus GSP. What a first round that's going to be. We also have Rory McDonald versus Conor McGregor in the first round, but they're both injured for around 3 months, so that's going to take a little more time to develop. I'm in it for the long haul, the Super Lightweight Grand Prix, so let's get it going. I'm excited for that one out of anything. I'm excited for that pay-per-view the most out of anything because I really want to get that division going. And this Grand Prix is a great idea, and I hope you guys think so as well. Let's get into this pay-per-view, UFC 281, Jones versus NGANNOU. Just making sure all the broadcasters are in order. Let's get into it. In Nevada, no better place for a Jon Jones fight other than maybe California on a few days' notice, maybe. Jared the Killer Gorilla Cannonier taking on Fabian Edwards. In the middleweight division, Jared Cannonier missed weight by 3 pounds. He is going to be forced to go into the light heavyweight division, although if he loses this one, he might just get thrown to WEC because he's had a terrible losing streak. I think he's now on 4 or 5 straight losses. He's on 4 straight losses, all against ranked opponents, but still having a tough time. Taking on Fabian Edwards, 3-0 in the UFC, having a good one. He's undefeated. The Prospect versus Cannonier, and Fabian Edwards TKOs Jared Cannonier and sends him down to WEC. That is tough. Courtney Casey taking on Loma Luke Boonmi. 2 ranked strawweights going at it. And Luke Boonmi TKOs Courtney Casey in round number 1. So the number 22 strawweight loses to Tiburcio and immediately answers back with a win over Courtney Casey. I believe she was the Invicta champion. Yeah, she lost to Suarez, came down for a little bit, and now loses to Luke Boonmi. Gina Mazzani taking on Pani Kianzad in the bantamweight division. Kianzad 15-8, Mazzani 8-6. Pani Kianzad getting the win via unanimous decision. So she's currently number 19. And she needed that win in the big way. She was on a 2-fight losing streak, so good for her. Jordan Espinosa taking on Alexandra Pantoja in the flyweight division. 2 ranked flyweights going at it. And Pantoja gets a TKO victory over Espinosa in round number 2. Takashi Sato taking on Miguel Baeza. Baeza 12-0-1. Takashi Sato 17-4. And the number 14 welterweight going at it here. And Sato wins a split decision over Baeza, giving him his first loss of his career. You love to see it. Takashi Sato getting a big win over Baeza here today. Tyson Pedro taking on Bozigit Atayev, the 43-year-old, making his UFC debut here today. Former KSW champion and PFL champion at that. 43 years old. You'd imagine he only has a couple of fights left in him, so why not have them in the UFC? Tyson Pedro coming off a win over Jim Crute. And Tyson Pedro knocks out the 43-year-old. That is not good. 1 minute 9 seconds, and the old man Atayev gets knocked out by the young Australian. Nick Diaz back in action as he takes on Logan Storley. Bellator prospect, 15-1, 3-1 in the UFC, coming off straight wins over Amasov and Sean Strickland. And Nick Diaz having a tough time, I think. Number 19 welterweight, it says, in the UFC, but you can see a 6-fight losing streak he is currently on. Yoel Romero, Chris Weidman, and Andre Muniz, who he has lost to already in this save. His last time out, he got knocked out by Andrew Muniz. Terrible. But Nick Diaz getting a submission victory against Logan Storley. Good for Nick Diaz. A big win over a prospect. And ladies and gentlemen, Volt still has not woken up. Yeah, the old man put out to pasture for sure. Lauren the Pirate Murphy taking on Shandy Aguda in the flyweight division. Now Aguda, 7-0. She is a regen fighter from South Africa, interestingly enough. Look at that, 7-0 in Invicta. Her last win over Rinikai. Has wins over former UFC fighters, so why not give her a shot in the big show? Low-level national already. She's set up to be a pretty big fighter here in the flyweight division. Lauren Murphy having a tough time, has faced some tough competition. Chukagian, Barber, Dern, and Lipsky. Yikes, that is not who you want to be facing all consecutively if you're Lauren Murphy. And now facing off a tough prospect, but beating her. Lauren Murphy giving Aguda her first loss in her career via unanimous decision. Roberto Sanchez taking on Jared Brooks in the flyweight division, and Jared Monkey God Brooks getting the victory. Nick just said, fuck it, went back to jiu-jitsu. Yeah, he's like, yeah, it turns out my stand-up game isn't what it used to be. I'm just going to submit people now. It is what it is. Final prelim, Said Nurmagomedov taking on Brad Katona in the bantamweight division. Katona, number 23 in the division, coming off 2 straight wins, but in Brave, so making his re-debut in the UFC. Nurmagomedov coming off a loss to Cody Garbrandt. He's number 22 in the division. And Brad Katona gets a split decision over Nurmagomedov. Everyone, give me your $60. It's time for the pay-per-view. Carla Esparza taking on Claudia Gadelha in the first main card fight. Now, Claudia Gadelha, former champion, lost it to Rose Namajunas, but before that, beat Amanda Ribas, beat Carla Esparza. A rematch here with Carla Esparza, and this is the 4th time they faced each other in their careers. And you can see Esparza lost to Gadelha. She was the champion. Beat JON for the title. Beat John DeRoba. Beat Amanda Ribas. So if Carla Esparza wins here, she gets a title shot for sure. A win here over Esparza probably gets Gadelha a title shot. Not 100% sure. RBM says he's going to watch it on MMAshare.com. Sir, you'll have a call from Dana White soon. Carla Esparza beats Claudia Gadelha via unanimous decision and punches her ticket to a future title shot. You gotta love it. 3-fight winning streak for her, and righting that wrong of her losing to Gadelha. They fought each other 3 times already in the save. That's crazy. Esparza celebrating her victory. Curtis Razor Blades taking on Anthony Rumble Johnson. Very interesting to see what happens here, because Cain Velasquez is currently already going to be fighting for the heavyweight championship next. Rumble coming off a win over Junior Dos Santos. Before that, lost to NGANNOU. Curtis Blades before this lost to Cain Velasquez and lost to Jon Jones for the title. Basically a pick'em between the two of them. And Anthony Rumble Johnson TKOs Curtis Blades in round number 1. Interesting to see what's going to happen next. I mean, if someone gets injured like Cain Velasquez, maybe Rumble is next. I don't know, but we're going to have to see. That's the thing with heavyweight and Jon Jones being the title. It kind of log jams everything. Because if NGANNOU wins today, I'd say put him up against Rumble and let Jon Jones just defend his light heavyweight title, you know? We'll have to see. But Anthony Rumble Johnson getting a big win over Curtis Blades. That's now 3 straight losses for Curtis Blades. First title fight of the afternoon. Piotr No Mercy Jan taking on Corey Sandhagen for the Bantamweight Championship of the World. Corey Sandhagen is the favorite. He's had a pretty good run. Lost to Marlon Moraes. Beat Asuncao. Beat Dominic Cruz. Lost to Song Yadong. And then beat John Dodson and beat Marlon Moraes. He takes on the champion, Piotr Jan. Beat Pedro Munoz. Beat Moraes for the title. Lost the title to Uriah Faber. Then beat Ricky Simon right after that. Then defended against Sterling and defended against Borg. We are going to see what happens here in our first title fight of this pay-per-view. I love these 3 title fight cards. Herb Dean is your referee as we get started. Sandhagen immediately going for a takedown, and he gets it. Thinking about a submission. Wow! Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 50 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by submission due to a knee bar and new undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the World, Corey Sandhagen. Yay. Corey Sandhagen getting it done against Piotr Jan. The champ may need some help. That was quick. It certainly was quick. Holding the UFC bantamweight title aloft, he celebrates being the new champion and warns he is intending to have a very long reign. Exciting stuff. New champion. Could we have another one? For the flyweight championship of the world, blonde fighter Caitlin Chukagian getting another shot at the title against Montana De La Rosa. This is her third shot at the title, but she keeps winning. That's the thing. She keeps losing title fights, but then winning. She already lost to Montana, then beat Paige Van Zant, Macy Barber, Jillian Robertson. She's earned her shot at the title again. She has the opportunity to beat Montana De La Rosa. Plot twist, Uriah Faber wearing a Sanhagen mask. He's back. Montana, look at this. Lost to Jillian Robertson. Beat Porto. Beat Chukagian. Then Barber. And then Shevchenko. And then beat Shevchenko again the exact same way to defend the title. It's our second title fight of the afternoon. Let's get it started. Your referee is Mark Goddard. The fight begins. I wonder if it ends soon like the other one does. Because Chukagian's going to want to keep it standing up. Montana's going to want to take her down. De La Rosa shoots for a takedown. And she can't get it. This time she does, though. Uh-oh. Takes the back. Oh, man. This is going to be ugly. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 10 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, and still the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Montana De La Rosa. Wow, that was quick. Just wanted to come back to bitch out JON. Apparently the mods are on. I added the term. I figured out a way to kind of work with it. So don't worry about it. I know you're not a bad guy. Montana De La Rosa successfully defends the flyweight title again. And in real life, Montana De La Rosa just lost her last fight. So hope Jones wins. Me too. Actually, as a fan, yes. But as a booker and a promoter who wants to keep things chugging along, not really. Jon Bones Jones taking on Francis Ngannou for the heavyweight championship of the world, and look who's the favorite. Jon Bones Jones. You already know what Jones is about. Has not lost a fight in the save. Ngannou already lost to Jones. Beat Tai Tuivasa, who was ranked at number 3 for some inexplicable reason. And then beat Rumble Johnson. For the heavyweight championship of the world, it is our main event. Let's get it going. Your referee is Herb Dean. Ngannou a full 20 pounds heavier than Jones. Jones hits a jab in the exchange. I think Jones might just take it to a decision. The thing is, Jones is not that big. He's 227 pounds. Oh, man. Flat on his back. Already took him down and has him in side control. Grabs Ngannou, going for a takedown again, and he gets it. Darce choke. Ooh. Almost locked in. Another takedown attempt. Ngannou blocks it. Jones looking for another takedown. He gets it. Is he going to try to get a submission in? Jones blocks it. Ngannou went for an arm submission right there at the end. So easily, 1 round. Takedown. Easy. Too easy for Jon Jones. Uh-oh. Ngannou trying to get an arm from the bottom. Interesting. He keeps going for that arm. Interesting to see if Jones, shies away from the groundwork because Ngannou keeps really trying to go for that arm. He's got a win via Kimura before. Now Jones attempting a knee bar, and NGANNOU fights it off. Interesting that we're seeing a lot of groundwork. So Jones probably up by 2 rounds as we enter round number 3. But NGANNOU, all he needs is one punch, really. Quick kick. Hits Jones with a leg kick, huh? Jones equal to it. Jones moving fast, clinching up. Back to the cage. Jones goes for a takedown and he gets it. Oh no, he's turtling. Oh no. Oh no. Unable to land any. Oh no. Threatening the fight. Trying to get a rear naked choke. Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 41 seconds of the 3rd round, declaring the winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Jon Bones Jones. The king still reigns supreme. Jon Jones, still your heavyweight champion. He celebrates continuing his reign as champion. Ladies and gentlemen, who's going to stop this guy? Who's going to stop this guy? No one. Any fantastic fights? Not really. Good. There's a great fight. Let's give it to the bantamweights, Katona and Nurmagomedov. And Sandhagen performance bonus. And Luke Boonme. Let's give Luke Boonme a performance bonus. Congratulations. Can we please get DC to come back and take out Jones? He's probably got to be 46. Not 46. 44 or so. We can try, you know. But, I mean, that's just the way it's going to go with Jones if he keeps on dominating. Ferret says his character will beat him one day, calling it now. Hey, you never know. Hopefully your guy can get together a couple wins, you know, get to the UFC, get ranked. By the time you're probably up there, now we have Cain. Exactly. We have Cain Velasquez ready to go against Jon Jones. And it's going to be very interesting to see what he brings to the table because his wrestling is going to be there. So really, it's going to be about the stand-up. I feel like prime Cain Velasquez beats Jon Jones easily. But this is not prime Cain Velasquez. How's your guy doing? We'll have to see. I think I was able to sign him. Because I think your contract with Brave is up. So I think I signed you, but we'll have to check. But yeah, as always, folks, we are going to update our rankings, take a look at our emails, and then see what is next. I'm super excited for that super lightweight Grand Prix tournament. That pay-per-view is going to be a big one. I'm super stoked. It brings me back to like the Pride days, you know, like tournaments and all that kind of stuff. The Grand Prix, very exciting. But yeah, Cain Velasquez versus Jon Jones in real life would have been a very interesting fight, you know, because they're both wrestlers. Stand-up, maybe give the nod to Jon Jones, but then the size of Cain Velasquez makes me think he might want to wrestle, you know? I have no idea how much weight Jon Jones has put on for heavyweight. You know, but the thing is, he's been working at it for so long compared to Izzy, you know, who really came in very light for light heavyweight. Like 202. What did he come at for light heavyweight? I completely forgot. Like, he was definitely a lot lighter than Blachowicz for his title fight. Massive KO by NGANNOU, even though Cain even left his prime. The thing is, it wasn't even a massive knockout. Like, he hurt Cain, but it's not like Cain got obliterated, you know? His knee buckled and his knee gave in. I don't know. Let's go and update our rankings. There he is, Cain Velasquez. And for whatever reason, Tai Tuivasa still there. I mean, he has put up a nice little win streak and lost to NGANNOU. I mean, if Tuivasa wins his next fight, maybe him and Rumble Johnson. They have not fought. That is very interesting. Oh, man. That would be very interesting. So, yeah. NGANNOU moves down to 4. Blades down to 8. Light heavyweight, Tyson Pedro up to number 15. Ataev down to number 25. Middleweight, Shabazian is ranked again for some reason. He came in at 220. Are you talking about Adesanya? For light heavyweight? Put some respect on Ty's name. He just beat up, what's his name? Hunsucker last night. The guy wasn't very good, you know? Like, let's call a spade a spade. That guy was not very good. So we still don't even know if he's any good. Nick Diaz went down in the rankings despite winning. Okay. Very interesting. There it is, super lightweight. At lightweight, no movement. Featherweight, no movement. Bantamweight, we have a new number 1, and his name is Corey Sandhagen. And we already know who the next contender is. Everyone, meet Nathaniel Wood. He is next. He is next in line. Piotr Jan. I don't know. I feel like if Jan gets 1 win, that's good enough for the rematch, I think. Because he doesn't deserve an automatic rematch right away. Especially considering he's not that popular, you know? And we already have another, contender, like, waiting. So, where's Glover at now? I mean, Glover was going to get a title shot. But the thing is, Glover's injured for like a whole year. Yeah, 6 more months he's out for. So as far as light heavyweight, I mean, I can show you. It's Kutalaba next. So, I mean, we know heavyweight it's Cain. Light heavyweight, I have Kutalaba and Reyes. So, Ian Kutalaba, Yeon Kutalaba. Maybe he could be the one. Maybe he could be the one. You could be the one. He could be the one. That's a Miley Cyrus song. Flyweight, couple guys move up. Bantamweight, Mazany moves down. That's about it. At flyweight, Chukagian moves down. And, oh yeah, that's right. Our next contender for the Women's Flyweight Championship is Valerie Lareda. And I mean, why not? High-level national. She just beat Valentina Shevchenko. Very quick rise to the title. Yeah, Nedjwej, she beat, oh my god, that is such an annoying name to say. Agnieszka Nedjwej. I know. My girlfriend's Polish and she even didn't like that name. So anyways. Chukagian moves down to number 6. Holm moves down. Ogata moves down. Strawweight, Gedelia is number 7. We now know that Carla Esparza is our contender at women's strawweight. It was gonna be Jean. Oh no, never mind. Jean already fought for the title and lost. How long is Carla out for? 2 months. Well, Rose is just gonna have to wait for Carla Esparza. And during that time that Carla Esparza is waiting, you know, someone else can rise up. You know, what is Hebos been up to? Beat Andrade. Tatiana Suarez. Ooh. I think I wanted to make Tiburcio and Suarez, but I'm not 100% sure. Zhang is out for 2 months still. Ebos is out for 20 days. Gluttony, how's it going, my man? How long is Suarez out for? 13 days? She beat Joanna. Zapatella, Casey, Jan. She still needs one really good win. She would have to beat one of these people. She would have to beat someone like Hebos. Tiburcio. We'll see. Strawweight is interesting. Strawweight is interesting. Sanchez needs to be renewed. Coming off a loss. But he's a flyweight. We need them. Logan Storley, who won. Our heavyweight champion is still Jon Jones. So, whether you like it or not, he's still here and he's still champ. He beat Francis Ngannou. Low level national. This girl's ready. Espinosa. Was it a good fight? Jones kind of dominated and then submitted him in the 3rd round. It is what it is. Why are you not? Oh, that's why. I'm like, why are you not happy with this deal? We're literally the UFC. Takashi Sato. Nurmagomedov. 2 fights in a row, but he's still ranked. We'll keep him. Dan Ige. Oh, yeah. Oh, he lost? Dan Ige lost in WEC. Wow. And he got 30-27. That is crazy. Oh, man. He lost in WEC. I think I'm going to cut him. No. That is incredible. But that's just, hey, everyone else in the universe is getting better, so keeping Piotr and NGANNOU. Of course, we're going to keep this man around. All right, Willie Gates. Whew. Alright, we'll go ahead and take a look at this news, and then, yeah, RBM is not happy. Wait, are you not happy about... You're not happy that Ige lost? Godofredo Castro? Ooh, Damian Stasiak. Champion of KSW, high-level regional. Pretty good win streak. Yeah, why not? Why not? Give Stasiak another shot. Anderson Braddock Silva. Got to get control of your firing tendencies. Yeah, no. Yeah, give another shot in WEC. I just don't want to see him go on like a 5-fight losing streak in WEC. That's when it's like, okay, come on, buddy. See, the thing is, this guy's 35. So if I sign him, I'm going to bring him up to the UFC right away. There's no point in signing him and sending him down to the WEC. So a guy like this, I would need to make a decision between whether I want him or not. If he was like 22, it'd be like, okay, 8-3, that's fine. You know, send you to WEC, see how you do. But this guy, he's on a 5-fight winning streak. You know, so we'll give him a run out. Anderson Braddock Silva. Des Parker. Nah. No. Batraz Agnayev. 8-3, 28 years old. KSW light heavyweight champion. See, this is a guy for WEC. Uh-oh. Oh, that's an Invicta, though. So I don't have to do anything about that. All right. So it looks like that's it. And folks, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. The next time I see you will be for UFC Fight Night Smith versus Santos 2. Anthony Smith and Thiago Santos in a rematch live from Brazil. Take a look at the fight card there. Followed that is going to be UFC Fight Night Thompson versus Morono, as mentioned earlier on. Wonderboy Thompson was supposed to fight Warley Alves as a title eliminator. Warley Alves is going to be out for a year with there's something wrong with his neck. So in steps Alex Morono. Congratulations. You get a main event against Wonderboy. Make the most of it. And you can see he is definitely not the favorite in that fight. After that, we have UFC 282 Holloway versus Rodriguez. 2 title fights on that one. Followed by, in my opinion, the most exciting thing that I think I've done in this save thus far. UFC 283 Super Lightweight Grand Prix. 7 out of the 8 opening round matches in the Super Lightweight Grand Prix. They are all going to be on this pay-per-view. I'm super excited for that. The only one that'll be remaining for the opening round is Conor McGregor versus Rory McDonald. They're both injured for like 3 months. Whew! I'm AZPlow21. Hope you guys have a good one. As always, be sure to leave a like on the video, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitch so you can see my live streams whenever I'm going live. The links are down in the description below. You guys have a good one.